So it's been a while since I started a vlog back in my room, but today's a special occasion because I actually woke up on time. I did stay up until 4 a.m., but I was able to sleep in today. But anyways, I'm gonna go to my class right now, and I'll see you after class. I wish I could have pet that cat, but unfortunately I'm allergic to cats, so I can only admire from a distance. Ah, it sucks. Okay, so I'm done with classes for today. Today's been a really easy day because I only have one class. I'm very happy about that. So I'm gonna go over to the dining hall to get some food and then head back to my dorm. And then that's it. Because I finished all my homework, so I'm just gonna work on my video essay. Great, it's a great day. So there's actually a quick errand I need to run before going back to the dorm. I need to get packing materials so I can ship my battery out for my boosted board so I can have it fixed. Because I found someone that was able to fix the battery, so hopefully once I get that fixed, that boosted board will be working again. Just gotta do some last minute work. So one of my group members in my group project needs me to fix something real quick, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. And I also have to print out a shipping label, so I'm gonna transport the shipping label to my computer so I can connect it to the BU printer. It's very complicated, but I just have to do some things right now. So I finished the edits I need to make, and now I'm gonna go print out the shipping label that I need to send out. So it's been a couple of hours since I last checked in with you guys, and since then I went to the gym and also worked on my video essay, and that's what I'm going to talk about right now. Today's topic is going to be about loneliness and being alone, which is a very relevant topic for this vlog because that's basically the whole premise of this vlog, learning how to live alone. I think a lot of us are too quick to misjudge our loneliness. There's a fine line between being alone and being lonely. The actual definition for being alone is having no one else present, while in contrast, the definition for being lonely is sad because one has no friends or company. It's important to distinguish these two very clearly because I feel like people switch these two words up. And usually, the people who do mix up these two words are the same people who can't be alone or lonely, and I'm one of those people. I've spent a lot of my life alone for the most part. I was never really the type to go out to parties during the weekends in high school because I would either never be invited or when I would be, my parents would never allow me to go. Basically just a typical Asian parent type of scenario. And I'm not going to entirely blame my parents for my social isolation because the majority of the parties would be an hour and 30 minutes away from my house, so getting there was always a hassle. But because of this, the only times I would really be able to hang out with other people would be during school or directly after school. However, there would always be a disconnect between me and my friends because of how they would be getting closer to each other and making memories all together during the weekends. I wouldn't be able to relate to them and their memories because of how I'd spent a majority of my time stuck in my room watching YouTube while they all spent their time hanging out. During that time of my life, I was definitely lonely and alone. I was in an emotional state where I felt disconnected from others and empty because of my longing for company. That is loneliness. But I was also physically separated from my friends, so as a result, I was by myself. That is being alone. However, the reason I felt lonely during that time was because I didn't feel comfortable being alone. I never really learned how to deal with being alone and being okay with it, which caused me to believe that I can't be happy unless I am with someone. As of recently, I've had to accept that I'm gonna be alone from time to time. I currently live in a space that is just mine with no roommates. This obviously does have its benefits from time to time, but there are also its cons. Like when I want to talk to someone about something that just happened, I no longer have that convenience of just talking to my roommate across from me. Or if I have nothing to do, I can't just randomly ask my roommate to go on a sudden adventure. Another example of me learning how to be comfortable alone is with relationships. For example, after I came out of my 1.5 year long relationship, I definitely felt lonely. I had spent a majority of that chapter in my life always having someone by my side. I never really understood the concept of being lonely during that time because there wasn't ever a time I had only myself to rely on. But after that relationship, I was forced to learn how to be comfortable alone. Of course, I had my friends there to help me out and get me back on my feet, but the majority of the learning process had to be done by me. And a lot of that learning process also forced me to accept the fact that I'm going to have to feel lonely sometimes because I can't always have someone by my side. And this is something I'm going to have to carry with me into future relationships too. If I forget everything about being alone and lonely, I'm just going to be in a constant cycle of loneliness that is never ending. But if I take everything I know now about being alone and lonely, I'm going to be able to take care of myself better, and also, most importantly, I'm going to be able to take care of my partner better too. Obviously, I'm still learning because my loneliness does consume me from time to time. But overall, I'm definitely more comfortable in my own company if I have to be. Being alone doesn't mean you're lonely. I've learned how to be comfortable in my own company. I put myself into situations where I have to be alone and be okay with it. It definitely hasn't been easy, but I know that being alone isn't a permanent state. Loneliness is something that will pass. Being alone is something you can change. I just always need to remember to change my perspective. Okay, so this has been a topic I've been wanting to talk to the vlog about for a while now because the whole title of my vlog is called Learning How to Live Alone. And I never really explained the thought process behind it, so this is kind of it. And I hope now that I've explained it, it gives you a better understanding of why I started this vlog in the first place. I hope by saying this also helps some of you guys out too that struggle with feeling alone or struggle feeling lonely sometimes. I hope that this conversation I had with you guys can help you out. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today's vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in tomorrow's vlog. Goodbye.